This just in. Some people look at sentence structure the way others look at poker hands. One misplaced comma and they know you're bluffing. Recently, a new tell entered the chats. Literally, the M dash. According to the New York Times Magazine, sharp-eyed readers have started spotting AI-generated writing simply by its love for a long, lonely horizontal line. Not just any line, the M dash. The kind you won't find near your spacebar. The kind that ChatGPT loves with unshakable loyalty. And suddenly, a punctuation mark became a red flag. Here's why people think M dashes are too perfect. Most of us type how we talk. We don't sit around inserting formal punctuation like we're editing a 19th century novel. We slap in a hyphen or two when we're trying to sound dramatic. We add spaces to help it breathe. We don't care that it's technically not correct. We care that it feels right. AI tools, on the other hand, don't do feels right. They do typeset textbook by default. The M dash it uses is the proper one. No spaces, no mistakes. It's the kind you'd see in a printed book or a legal document. Which is great unless you're trying to write a casual blog post, an email, or a customer service reply. Then it just feels off. So when people started noticing these pristine punctuation choices, they got suspicious. And they were right. But what's the big deal with the little dash? It's not just about the punctuation mark. It's about what it signals. Readers aren't just reading your words. They're picking up on your tone, your rhythm, and apparently your typographic choices. An unexpected M dash in a casual sentence can feel like someone showed up to a backyard braai wearing a tuxedo. Technically correct, socially confusing. This doesn't mean the M dash is wrong. It means AI uses it so consistently, so cleanly, and so frequently that it no longer reads as human. That matters if you're a small business owner trying to sound personal. If your emails or blog posts accidentally feel robotic, even just a little, you lose trust before you've even made your points. Humans talk in messy sentences, and good writing should too. The real charm of human writing isn't just the words, it's the pauses, interruptions, and unfinished thoughts. Think of a voice note from a friend. It meanders, circles back, adds, waits, no, halfway through a sentence. And somehow it lands on something meaningful. We don't speak in colons or semicolons. We speak in, hang on, let me rephrase that. That's why writers like J.D. Salinger use so many dashes, not to be dramatic, but to capture the way people actually think. AI doesn't do that. Not yet, anyway. It imitates, and when it imitates too well, like using the M dash perfectly every time, it stops sounding like us. Here's why this matters for marketing. Let's pull this out of the punctuation weeds for a second. If you're using AI to help write your marketing content, and you probably should be, this is your friendly nudge to check how it sounds, not just what it says. Does the tone match your brand? Does it sound like something you would actually say? Does it use punctuation like a person or like a print editor from 1962? These things might feel small, but when someone lands on your site or opens your newsletter, these are the clues they use to decide if you're real. Authenticity isn't just a buzzword. It's punctuation deep. So here's what to do instead. This doesn't mean you should ban the M dash forever. It means you should check your content with a human eye before hitting publish. Here's what I recommend. Read it out loud. If you wouldn't say it that way in conversation, edit it. And add some deliberate mess. Short sentences, long ones, some with fragments, some with rhythm. That mix feels more human than perfection. Use contractions and casual words. You're not trying to win an award. You're trying to connect with real people who are probably reading your words on a phone while waiting for coffee. Keep your voice consistent. If your brand is warm and friendly, Don't let a bot make you sound like a textbook. Treat AI like a helpful intern. Let it do the heavy lifting, then make sure it doesn't dress your message in a suit and tie when you meant for jeans and a t-shirt. Now here's a personal note from a Dash devotee. You'll notice I use M dashes. I'm not afraid of them. I've always loved dashes, and for a while I was loyal to the N dash, the EN dash. I'm not afraid of them. I've always loved dashes. For a while I was loyal to the shorter N dash because I thought the M dash looked ugly, especially without spaces. I used them constantly, but with a sort of typographic shame. Then Grammarly stepped in. It kept insisting I was wrong and politely nudged every N dash back to M. I resisted, obviously. I have a master's degree in English. I'm not taking punctuation advice from an app that thinks literally can mean figuratively. But eventually I Googled it and it turns out Grammarly was right. I had been misusing dashes for years. And after a brief period of identity crisis and avoiding dashes altogether out of sheer aesthetic protest, I gave in. I now use M dashes correctly, and strangely, I've started to like how they look. I actually think ChatGPT's obsession conditioned me. M dashes no longer feel like the ugly step-sibling of punctuation. In fact, I have one in my email signature. Not for style, but just so I don't have to Google M dash every time I want to insert one into an email. Because here's the real question. Why is the correct dash not on our keyboards? We have a backtick key no one uses, but not an M dash. Anyway, for a moment, I did consider swearing off dashes again, because the internet was turning on them. M dashes were being flagged as too AI, and I didn't want to sound like a bot. But then I thought, forget it. I like dashes, and I'm not going to let the robots dictate my punctuation choices. Neither should you. Here's the bigger picture. This whole M dash conversation is really about one thing: trust. Readers don't trust what sounds too polished. They trust what sounds true. And yes, a dash can make a difference. If you want help making your message clear, relatable, and unmistakably human, start by getting one sentence right. Download my 5-minute marketing fix to help you write one sentence that tells people what you do and why it matters. You can download it for free in the description below, or you can go to strategicmarketingtribe.com/fix. But what about you? Is it really the M dash that's bothering you? Or is it the canned writing that's the problem? I'll go first. I don't actually care if people use ChatGPT to help them write better. Some of them have great points and struggle to articulate them. I'd rather they tighten it up with AI than leave it as rambling. The real problem is sloppy content with no soul. Okay, your turn. What's your view? Let me know in the comments. I'm Vicky Sidler from the Strategic Marketing Tribe, and I post helpful news updates for small businesses every day.